it. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Atlanta Falcons taking on yet another NFC team, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the Falcons back after the devastating loss in Super Bowl 51, though Ryan was terrific in that game. 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, though he did have the killer fumble on the strip sack, which was their first turnover that entire postseason. But now Ryan and the Falcons back, trying to get Atlanta their first Super Bowl victory. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. On first down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Oh, spinning away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Straight up. Straight up, bro. I straight up forgot to do my play. My play doesn't look like it really doesn't care.
The Eagles coming out with a healthy Carson Wentz leading the way, and we underline the word healthy. Remember, it was Nick Foles who led the Eagles into the playoffs the last 2 years following the late season Wentz injuries. But now here's Wentz in his 3rd year, looking to make it 2 Super Bowl titles in 3 seasons for Philadelphia. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Wentz now to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. He's got a man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Hey, CD on that. Hey.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 38. Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They actually want that big sack.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
They want those huge sacks.
To throw again. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Ryan will throw again. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got it. And he is in the end zone.
I challenged that. He didn't have his feet.
For a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys can now take the lead with the
How did they take the
extra point.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not.
A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield
Did I just miss something? Did I just miss something? I think I just saw. Yeah! Look at it, bro. They straight up ran for it. They already got a touchdown. They already got the
really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Whoa!
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Solid return.
Let's get that playback. Let's get that.
Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team.
Actually, did you see them big stacks? Oh, I don't. I need to be football. No. Stop moving. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Bro, did you see that? Them big stacks. Them big stacks. Look, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And hike. Mike and Nikes. Mike and Nikes. I catch them. I catch them. I own them. I own them ankles. I own them. I own them. Bruh. Look it. I got them big stacks. I got them. Big stacks. Big stacks. Spin. Keep spinning. Big stacks. Big stacks. Ooh. Oh, I need to see that man. I need to see what this man started. I need to see what this man started. Ooh. Where this man started? This man started right here. This big man goes with that big stacks. He can't hold it for long, but that doesn't matter because he loses his ankles. He lets me be the new owner of his ankles. I feel bad for this guy, bro. Oh. I got them big stacks. Big stacks. Okay. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna. Got them both ankles. And all the ankles.
Losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
Let's see if he has that confidence. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Whoa, big stack. We need
Now a
big
play
stack.
fake here
Big
on first
stack.
down.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got...
Now Howard stripped.
No!
He lost the football.
No!
And the Falcons grab it.
You're not getting in this thing.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Again, bro. Again, big stacks. Again, big stacks. Again, big stacks. Big.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the
character. He'd be going wild with them big stacks on them. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. This dude cannot handle them big stacks. I mean, he can handle them big stacks. It's just that, bruh. He gotta run. It bounces up, but he was so close. This man can goes crazy with them. Ooh. Ankles and then falls, bruh. This man's big stack.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
That's caught by Howard. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
No.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They go play action here on first down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're finding out it's a big game. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. So they're able to capture the lead here just before half. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
He's dead.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. They'll play fake. Wentz. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
No, you didn't
forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
I'll be right back. I'm going crazy with them big stats. Crazy big. Super crazy big stats.
Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all
under pressure.
I'm right back.
Logan, guys? What happened? Logan, wake up. Logan, wake up. What happened? I don't know. We fell asleep on the alien spaceship. We gotta get out of here. How the hell are we gonna sleep?
You won't
The door's still locked. We can't go through that way. They must have used some sort of chemical in that smoke to put us to sleep. Last thing I know,
Carson wins.
Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line,
Not gonna run it. Not gonna run it. I call it. Not gonna run it.
all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Boom. Bitty bop bop, bing, 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 boom.
Let's see if this does something. I'm gonna shoot it towards this direction. Best case, it opens up a hole and we go through. Worst case, it opens up a hole in the spaceship and we fly through into space. Doesn't sound like a very good plan, Jake. All right, stand back in 3, 2, 1. Hope I know what I'm doing. Jake, it worked. I think I landed on an alien egg. Yeah. Okay, I landed on an alien egg. Looks like a door. It must be the rest of the ship. It's small, though. Alright, grab your gear and grab your weapons. I think we might have to take off our bigger equipment, though. I don't think we're fitting through this one with all this on. Follow me. Whoa, guys, check this out. Looks like it's the rest of the alien spaceship. Jake, this thing is a lot bigger than we thought. Yeah, what are these things, Jake? Also, Logan, be careful. I don't know if we're alone. There could be a lot more aliens in this ship. We don't know how many aliens are on this ship, guys.
Made the touchdown.
I
I'm gonna bet the cash. I'm gonna bomb the branch. I'm sure looking at this. I'm gonna come in. No.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz.
But
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
59, ready, 30, 60,
Now on second and 16. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Freeman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Freeman. Boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Well, he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He can run, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this.
Let's go back out. There's plenty more of the ship to explore. All right, guys. Well, let's keep moving. See what else is in the ship. Also, remember, if you guys see anything new here or any ideas of how we can escape or get this spaceship back to Earth, let us know. There might be something we're missing. Where this room is definitely the craziest room in this spaceship, Jake. Hold on, this door here. Dude, check this place out. This is unreal. Jake, what? Girls' world. Boys are not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown him a little bit.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Yeah, good job.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 30. 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive.
This is caught inside the 15.
Did you see that?
33 yards that time. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Tye there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Well, come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Ryan, and the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hand. Hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's third down.
59, ready.
From the gun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Ryan to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's caught over the middle. Hooper, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Ryan, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Down Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown won't change who's going to win the game, but I think you and I know a few people who play fantasy football that may have had some interest in that one.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get late in these games and they're out of reach, those touchdowns, maybe a couple people on the edge of their couch for the wrong reason.
Yeah, not just moral victories are played for anymore, are they?
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning away. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Ryan. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.
Bye-bye. See you. Peace out.